I used to hate being Asian so fucking much. I hated it so much that I always tried my best to hide the fact that I wasn't Asian. You know, even though I look very Asian, I've got dark hair, I've got the traditional eyes, other traditional things about me as well. You know, whether that was begging my mum to dye my hair blonde because I wanted to look like everyone else, all my white friends. I'd get thoughts of getting the eyelid surgery at like 8 years old to fix my eyes, to make them look more normal and round and more like the white people eyes. And you know, this may not be relatable for everyone, you know, because I assume not everyone watching this is Asian, but I think everyone can relate to the fact that their insecurities really stop you from being the real, genuine version of yourself, and it literally stops you from doing certain things, from growing as a person, from you pursuing your hobbies, it stops you from doing so many fucking things. And sure, maybe a big reason why I felt like this was because, you know, obviously I got bullied. If you're a minority in any part of the world, I'm sure you've experienced this before. You know, I was bullied about the way I looked, my eyes, my name, you know, people got like, oh, what do you eat? Oh, like that was literally my everyday life. And literally because I got bullied and I saw the way that the bullies would feel when they bully me, they felt strong, they would laugh together, they felt more confident. I would literally bully the weaker people as well, the people who wouldn't even make fun of me. That's how fucked up my mind was because of the fact that I couldn't just accept who I was as a person. You know, I never felt like I was good enough. I never felt like I fit in. Like I mentioned before, I wouldn't even pursue the things I wanted to pursue. I wanted to join drama school so fucking bad. I always knew I loved being an entertainer and pursuing emotions and being theatrical, and I still didn't pursue that. I didn't pursue my own hobbies, my own interests, because, you know, I wanted to be seen as cool, and I saw the white boys playing football, so I'd want to play football with them as well. And actually, I didn't even play football as well because I thought being Asian meant I wasn't good enough to be a part of the football team because there's no other Asians in the team. That's how fucked up my viewpoint and my mindset was. I was the most insecure person. So if you're watching this, I really want to help you understand who you are as a person. No matter what your insecurities are, no matter what you're feeling unconfident about, whatever you've been bullied about, I'm guarantee you 99% of all your worries and insecurities don't mean shit. And I think you deep down know that as well. Because me, if you had told me that as well, I would have honestly told you in an empty room, like, yeah, like I know, like it's fucking stupid, but like I can't help the way I feel. Like I literally think being Asian is stopping me from being the person I want to be, from dating. I would literally be so scared of talking to girls or approaching girls, or I thought I'd cop block myself just because I was Asian. And it's so stupid because now I'm 25 years old, a few years later, I love being Asian. So how did I go from that insecure little Asian kid who hated being himself, who hated his race, who really wanted eyelid surgery, who really wanted to dye his hair blonde, who hated bringing his white friends over to his parents' house because he was insecure of the way his parents spoke English? Well, I think in today's society, most people would tell you gotta start accepting yourself and loving yourself and you know, appreciating who you are as a person and what you offer. And I totally agree with that. But I think a lot of insecure people, including myself, I can't get to that stage unless I've already felt confident, unless I've already got evidence that I am good enough already. And so you can only find that or get that for yourself or feel like that for yourself after you've gotten results. And what do you need to do to get results? You need to start taking action, no matter how hard it is. You know, as I said before, I was the most insecure motherfucker. I thought I couldn't pursue certain hobbies. I thought I couldn't find any success. I thought I couldn't find a girlfriend. I literally genuinely thought I was going to be single forever just because I was Asian. And, you know, looking back at old photos of myself, I'm like, oh, I used to be a cute motherfucker, you know. I could have potentially been a little K-pop boy. I could have applied and probably got into the second or third round. Like I thought I was a genuinely decently attractive looking man, and yet I still stopped myself because I was Asian. But what did I do? You know, I didn't pursue the girls that I thought I was attractive, but I still started pursuing people. I still started to put myself out there. You know, I didn't go for the 10s, 9s, and 8s straight away. I went for the easy ones. You know, this might not be, you know, seen as like the politically correct advice, but I think the most important thing in life is taking action, getting experience. Whether you succeed or fail, it doesn't matter. Just the fact that you took action gives you that. It gives you a bit more hope. You know, it feeds you a little bit. It gives you that. Gives you the little cookie crumbs to keep going. It's like they're leaving the little cookie crumbs on the trail, and like the rat keeps eating it. You got to take action, and slowly over time, subconsciously, you'll just genuinely improve. I think that's how humans are wired. The more we try, the more we do things, whether we realize it in the moment or not, over time, when you expand and look back, you certainly do improve through experience. You know, I was really insecure about expressing myself and pursuing my hobbies like YouTube. You know, what did I do? I didn't start posting these confident, you know, thought-provoking videos straight away. I started posting I started picking up a camera and just filming myself. I started trying, even though it sucked, even though it fucking scared the shit out of me. Trust me, guys, like it took years for me to finally feel somewhat confident about myself now. It takes years. It's gonna take a long fucking time, especially with me. Like, I'm the sort of guy, I need to try and fail and try and fail and fail like at least 50 to 100 times before I'm like, all right, I finally understand the lesson now. Maybe you guys are a little bit more intelligent than me, and trying only once or twice, you will start to feel confident about yourself, but you have to take action. If you don't take action, if you don't get real life experience, if you don't get that feedback to either improve or to reiterate or try again or try a different approach, you're always going to be the same way. At least with me, taking action is the best motivator. It's the best way for me to feel confident. Another thing that's really helped me be comfortable within my own skin is realizing that being different is actually really fucking cool. Now, this is very counterintuitive. If you're still in school right now, which, school is such a weird fucking place because you're only surrounded by the same sort of people for most of your life, it seems like. And I get it, being an outsider, being different is seen as weird. But when you're an adult, when you start growing up, when you start understanding your own interests and stop giving a fuck about the old people, what other people may think of you, you start to understand that your own unique interest is what makes you interesting. Me being Asian is like one of the most interesting things about me, and it's one of the most, it's like a lot of the starting points that I have with like new people I meet when I network. It's like, oh shit, like, what's your background? Like, oh, I love Korean food. Oh bro, K-pop is so sick. Like, a lot of girls complimented me and they actually like me now just because I'm Asian. Maybe it wasn't like this like 10-15 years ago, but it's completely changed nowadays. Lean into that, lean into your edge, lean into your differences, whatever that may be for you guys. Maybe you like fucking drum and bass, maybe you have these sort of interests. Pursue it, be unapologetically yourself, and you will genuinely attract the people that you're meant to be with anyway, and you'll feel a lot more better about yourself at the end of the day. He's always going to be the person who's very insecure about who he is and his own interests, or you're going to go out there and start fucking doing the things that you always wanted to do and that you always believed in. And step 3, you'll finally understand this after you felt confident about yourself by trying things, after realizing that being different is actually cool, and you start being rewarded. Whether all the insecurities you used to have, you start realizing that they were never really something to be overthinking about in the first place. But accepting yourself, finally, you feel liberated. The transformation that I've had when I was that little insecure boy who hated being Asian to the man I am now, it feels so liberating, because now that I don't even have to worry about those things anymore, realizing how like being Korean, wanting to dye my hair, not joining drama school, making those self-deprecating jokes, like I don't have to do that anymore to feel good about myself. The way I felt good, the way I felt valued back in those days was to not even be who I was as a person, not genuinely accept myself. And so if you were always going to live that way, that's a very dark, grey way to live, guys, honestly. And now that I've finally accepted myself for who I am as a person, those insecurities don't stop me anymore. I feel like nothing can stop me now, because like if you are unapologetically yourself and you don't honestly give a fuck about what other people think about you, and you genuinely accept yourself for your own interests, and you overcome all those insecure thoughts and the doubts and what other people may think about you, then you get to truly live how you were meant to live, and you know that. It is I, Tony fucking Lee. Hopefully that was valuable for you guys. I'll see you for the next one.